Alright, so today what I'm doing is another field profile, and I'm headed right here. I don't know if we'll show it. Alright, Motorcity Airsoft in Detroit. Let's check them out. Okay, right now we're with Clint with Motorcity Airsoft. He's gonna walk us around the field. So, where are you gonna take us first?
Real quick, I'm going to show you where spawn points are on this side of the building, then we'll go that way and just wrap around.
Okay.
And then go from there.
Sounds good. Alright, let's grab the camera.
Alright, so we'll start this way.
Alright.
You want me to be in front?
Yeah. It's all you, man.
Alright, so right here is spawn 1 or farmhouse. At some point the spawns will be changed and redone. The back hallway here is in play sometimes, but not all the play during game modes, and depending on what game mode. As you can see, we have some hallway blockers. The rules about these are don't shoot in between the cracks, don't try and
Shoot over top or whatnot?
Or shoot over top. So right here is just a general hallway for the farmhouse to gesture spawn. Okay right now?
Yeah, it's...
Alright, so here's gesture spawn. Each spawn is at the 4 corners of the building. As we go around, I will tell you what spawns, where they will be. We can come this way. If you follow this path right here, it leads you into CQB back hallway, which will hit the other spawn. As you can see, we have black lights. We used to have more. Alright, so right here is CQB back hallway spawn 2. It branches off into a doorway, so there's an exit there, and then it branches off into CQB itself. CQB itself is a close quarters, mid-range field or hallway. It's got buildings on each side. It's a 3-lane system, left, right, middle. Middle is obviously a kill box. Left, right, depends on which way you want to go. You have doorways going out of each side. There's a sign here that says enter at your own risk. It is movable. Everything else in the building is not. Here's the, I should say the front end of CQB. It's a little closer quarters, tight, not too much room to move as the CQB area was. Makes it a little more intense. Right here is junkyard spawn, or spawn 3. As you can tell, it's got tires, barrels, stuff you can hide behind. Right here is a site, kill site from gestures. Not gestures, from farmhouse to CQB hallway. We have red and teal building, which is a building off to the side. And then if you follow this path over this direction, into the middle field, you'll see that we come across gestures on the back half. And then we run into farmhouse in the other corner. And then this is generally where we fight most of the time.
It's quite the assortment of vehicles you have.
Yeah.
Got a cop car and an old Jeep.
And a Grand Am. So we have a gas station. We have the farmhouse building itself, so it's like a small box. We tend to have a game called Alamo played in here. As has a couch, fireplace, like any other house. Used to have a small computer screen, but it got shot up. It's got a desk on this side. And then I'll take you through red and teal. Marathon is just another kill box with windows. Red and teal is an assortment of kill points. You've got windows, doorways. You've got hiding places, like on the other side of this crate, or these pallets here. You always got to watch out for this corner over here, because this corner can be a dead zone. You have two windows here, so it's easy to spot from coming across either direction. And then, like I was saying before, if you in the back hallway, if you were going through CQB back hallway, if you were going to the right side, this is the buildings you can go in and out of. They have more doorways. You have the double doors here, which goes into CQB, which follows up with another doorway looking into a playing area.
So that's that enter at your own risk sign there.
Yep, that's the your own risk sign. And if you come this way, you have another doorway leading into another doorway. And then you have this room here. Can be kind of a dangerous room because you have one doorway, two windows, a second doorway, and then you have a third doorway and a fourth doorway. So if you want to get that view.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we call U.S. Army, or the recruiting station. We've got the tent set up on this building. We have the office set up. And then now I'll take you through junkyard and police. So this one, police. Another small little place. We have game modes. And then junkyard, which is up here. It's called, a lot of people call it the gray building. It's got 3 entry points, 2 entry points in the front, 1 entry point in the back. It's got an assortment of windows and hiding places too. So you have this corner that you can hide in, this corner. You have this corner, you have a small hallway leading out to the second front doorway. And then you have the back doorway looking into 2 windows, followed by another doorway and a window. And then if you wrapped around, coming this direction, it sends you right back to farmhouse where we started. So that's pretty much the field.
All right. So you can ask a couple questions.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so how long have you been here?
We've been here for about maybe 3 years.
And do you have any special events?
Yeah, we got a Halloween event coming up this Wednesday.
Okay.
It's $15 for entry fee. If you dress up, it's $5 for entry fee. But you have to dress up as something other than an army guy, anything with a plague carrier or camo. You have to be able to Halloween it up, not just come in your own
Show up
playing
as
gear.
a Pokemon or
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
Okay. Any other special events you have during the year?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
We usually try and do overnights. Overnights we haven't had scheduled in a while.
So today's Sunday. How many people could you expect today, Sunday?
Today's Sunday, we usually expect between 20 to 25 people on average.
Mm-hmm.
It varies depending on the Sunday, what's going on,
Right.
other people, their
Yeah,
jobs.
this is filmed kind of near the Halloween weekend, so your
Yep.
numbers might be a little bit lower.
Oh, yeah.
What's your busiest day?
Our busiest day is Saturdays.
And how-
Saturdays, we get from 10 to 20 people at the door right away
Mm-hmm.
to about 70 players in general.
Oh, okay, that's good. So people want to learn more about your field here. Where should they look? Got Facebook and the Twitter?
Our website is on Facebook. They can
Okay.
go to the Motorcity page. They can always call, ask questions if they need to. There's always somebody at the front to ask their questions if they call. They can always come in and ask myself or the other guy at the front counter. We're always here to, you know, ask their questions.
Right. You're located here in Michigan.
Yep.
Detroit, kind of the, what would we say, the eastern? No, northeastern part of Detroit.
Yeah.
Would that be kind
Yeah.
of? Okay, so, okay, so what are some of the rules you have with the fields? Do you allow some fields? You know, obviously there's the surrender rule if you get too close to somebody,
Yep.
and there's the feet per seconds. And what's the general rules with your field?
The general rules are don't point up, always point your gun off to the side. That way you don't hit lights or sprinkler heads. We don't need those going off.
Right.
The other thing would be the feet per second here is, it used to be 360, now it's 350.
Okay.
The minimum engagement distance people kind of didn't understand.
Right.
So they'd shoot each other point blank, so we brought the FPS limit down. However, there is no minimum engagement distance, it's a courtesy.
Okay.
So from me to you, if I already had you in dead to rights, you can call it. or
Right, and I
can
bring
shoot
it.
you.
I
Yeah.
go, oh my gosh, and I
Yeah.
bring it up, and you tag me
Yep.
out.
Yep.
That's good to go,
It's
right?
one and shot done.
Mhm.
One shot kills. Go back to spawn wherever spawns are. It could be like we did earlier. Run through, gestures, farmhouse, junkyard, CQB back hallway. At any of those spawns, you just respawn, and there you go.
There you
Back
go.
in.
So you guys have the general safety rules. You have,
Yes, we have the general safety
the
rules.
barrel covers outside. I'm assuming you got the behind the camera here. We have, like, it looks like an unload area. Is that where everybody takes their mags
yep,
out? And
Yep. You can put your barrel covers on here.
Yeah.
You know, empty your round that's in the barrel itself.
And that's good to see because safety has to be highly stressed.
Oh,
as
yes.
always.
Always.
You don't want people losing eyes
Yep.
or. Okay, so safety is always a good thing. I know with my field, I have people that'll put their soft down on the table and they'll start messing with it. The mag on. This is in the early days, and they'd hit the trigger, and then the soft would go spray across right at crotch level.
Yeah.
Right? Tell you, a lot of people got beaten up over that. So. Always, take out your mag, clear your soft, and put your barrel cover on.
Yep.
It was always a good idea.
Make sure safety's on as well.
Yeah, and always keep it pointed in a safe direction, right? Always never assume it's loaded, especially with airsoft,
Oh yeah.
because you can take the mag out and there could still be one in the breech. You can cock the
Yep.
cocking handle. A lot of the, we do stuff with the Army, and a lot of the Army guys will think, oh, with the real thing, obviously you cock it back
Yep.
and make sure it's empty. But with the public,
There's
yeah,
always one in the chamber.
there's always one in the chamber. The Army guys, I see them, they're cocking the back. It's like, that doesn't work with these, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So a lot of fields have allow full auto, some don't. What's your field's rule with that?
No full auto for sidearms or AEGs.
Mhm.
No trigger spamming with HPAs.
Okay. And what's trigger?
It's just shooting the trigger as fast as you can.
Okay. So you like
You have to be courtesy of 4 shots minimum. Anything higher can be considered trigger spamming.
Okay.
And if the guy doesn't call it after the second shot, then you should go talk to a ref.
Okay. All right. That's good. Is there anything else you'd like to add to finish this up?
Hope you guys enjoy the video.
Yeah. Good stuff. Yeah. Hope you enjoy the video. Come and check these guys out. They have a really awesome facility. And they've been here, 3 years?
Yep.
It's always good to support a field. And, you guys, I also noticed you have a sizable rental fleet. How many, do you know
Yes.
approximately how many rental fleets?
We have about 25, I want to say, rentals.
25, the M4 style,
Yep,
right?
M4.
And so, if you got a group of 20 or less, you can reserve some fields and
Yep.
come out. Thanks again.
Oh, you're welcome. No
Yeah,
problem.
no problem. And
Thanks
hope
for
to see
showing
you out
up.
at the field here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Talk to you guys later.
See ya. What do we got here?
This right here is the bomb for a game mode that we play called Domination or Search and Destroy. We have 2 of them for Search and Destroy game modes. They run 3 minutes apiece for Search and Destroy, and it run depending on how many people we have. Depends on how long the Domination game itself runs. It can go from 6 minutes to 15 minutes per game.
Here, can you pull it out and show us how
Yeah.
it works? All right.
So
Alrighty.
it's a Falcon. It's the Falcon Bomb. It has a battery connected to Tamiya right here. It's got a volume setting. We're gonna turn that down just a little bit. That way you guys get the full effect of what it sounds like. So To program it, you guys don't have to touch any of the pads. That's all the refs. So we go down to domination. We hit start. It's 5 minutes. Start time. Hit it again. It goes off.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. And then basically every time you capture, it's a 15-minute game. You got player times on each side, bans, no bans, and then you just have to press and hold a button. Every time you press and hold the buttons, it makes that sound. And it keeps going off until it's captured. Neutralizing it, you press and hold it twice, and for both times, it will go off. Green is neutral, blue is no bans, red is bans. And that's how you can tell if you have it or don't have it.
All right, good stuff.
You're good.
Okay. All right, so I got a tactic here. I got Donald here today. He's going to tell us about, a tactic you never thought of. All right, so go ahead.
So tactic you can use with Thunder V's, easily pull the pin, run into a room. You're gonna die at the same time as everyone else in a 5-foot radius of you. I've done this once. I regretted it, but it was funny and it was actually caught on a GoPro. Pretty much you pull the pins and just walk into the room. Once you get shot, you're considered a hit, so you raise your hand, you hit, but once these go off, they're in that 5-foot radius, you're gonna, well, kill every single one in that 5-foot radius with you, and they're gonna be counted as a hit. Even if you're dead, they still went off, so they're considered legit kills.
All right. All right, so that's awesome. I never thought of that, and yeah, so we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. More videos can be found here, and if you're not yet a member of the regiment, you can join by clicking the subscribe button right about here. And see you next week.